In the days of early exploration of our nation, there was a group of explorers that set out from St. Louis, Missouri to head to Oregon. It was a large wagon train filled with families and people seeking adventure, but also a brand new life and a brand new world. As the wagon train continued to work, these people were also followers of Christ. And every Sunday they stopped, they rested, and they observed the Sabbath. They found this to be a helpful and powerful experience to honor God, but also to rest their wagon train and their company. But as the traveling went on, winter was getting closer and closer, and a portion of the group was panicking over not getting to Oregon before winter, and they desired to travel 7 days instead of 6. The other set of the group wanted to continue to rest 1 day a week in honor of their faith, God, and to rest their group. And so after a long squabble, they decided to split their group, one continuing to travel 7 days a week, the other only traveling 6. Can you guess which group actually arrived in Oregon first? That's exactly right. The group that observed Sabbath. In Exodus chapter 20, verses 8, 9, and 10, it says, "Remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work. But on the 7th day is a Sabbath to the Lord your God. On that day do not do any work." The practice of Sabbath is something that's important to our spiritual lives. We talked about this on Sunday, and now we have a chance to reflect upon it during the week, about how it is that we will honor God by setting aside a day of the week to honor Him and to practice our faith intentionally and to be part of what God wants for our life, to be refreshed, renewed, and excited about what God does. The question I have for this week is it form over function or function over form? We hear this in the furniture world, where people build pieces of furniture that look nice but aren't very functional, or they have a functioning piece that doesn't look very good, but it has a function. So what would you like? To simply want to look good, or do you want to work good in your life? Sabbath is a key to moving towards that. Purpose in our life matters. If you are a hammer, everything looks like a nail. But our purpose is to honor God. And when we honor God with the practice of Sabbath, we begin to understand that everything else in life falls together. And we ultimately get to the destination that God wants for us. It may not be Oregon on a wagon train, but it is in the places spiritually, physically, emotionally, and relationally that matter. Eugene Peterson once said that busyness is the enemy of spirituality. It is doing the easy thing instead of the hard thing. It is filling our time with our actions instead of paying attention to God's action. My friends, I pray this week that you will be able to focus on the Sabbath that God has set aside for you, so that you can be refreshed, renewed, and re-energized for the work that He has for you in your life. God bless you, and have a great day.